So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's appointment at Manchester United as caretaker manager has received mixed reviews, but with the kind of pull that he has at the club, you'd expect him to get some of the job done, right, Craig? So we want you to let us know, what should his first order of business be? Starting out with sorting this player out, you think it should be Paul Pogba.
Well, I mean, I think first things first. If Solskjaer hadn't been a United player, he would be, he would be nowhere near this job. But they need a feel-good factor at the moment. There's been so much negativity around. There's a lot of players to sort out, right? A lot of players and a lot of things to do. But first and foremost, you've got to get your star player, your talisman, back on board, back performing. Forget the social media stuff. Let's concentrate on performance and get a bit of pride back in the club. And that is Paul Pogba. Much maligned Paul Pogba. A lot of people are split on this as well because, his relationship has been very fractious with Jose Mourinho. Let's see the real Paul Pogba now and drive this team forward. That's what they'll be looking for.
And who should he get back into the 11 the most? You say Alexis Sanchez.
Well, I'm not sure it was quite me that said Alexis Sanchez, but it was a little straw poll out there. Look, what I would say is, I don't know if he's going to start playing again or not, but he is a, 400 or 500,000 pounds a week headache. That's a lot of money, right? Yep. There's other players coming up for contract talks. Oh, well, he's not playing, so I want the same money as him. So it's a big problem for them. Got to get him back to his Arsenal form, find the position in the team where he's comfortable. Not sure that's going to happen, but if they could get him back to scoring goals in the side and playing well, obviously that would be great.
Speaking of getting back to scoring goals, or at least rediscovering some sort of touch, I think everyone can agree, Lukaku.
Long-term future at United, I would say unknown, as it is for a lot of the players, because new manager will come in probably in the summer, and big decisions will be made. Big money will probably be spent. He's got, like a lot of them, he's got a lot to prove again. A lot of people think he's not the man to lead the United front line long-term. I would sort of concur with that, but we know he can score his quota of goals. He needs to do that for the interim manager between now and the end of the season if they're going to achieve what we think they want to achieve, which is the next one.
Exactly, getting back into Europe. You think their best chance would be a top four?
Yeah, well, there's two avenues. There's top four and there's the Champions League. Now,
but tell us what you just said, that if they win the Champions League, you will eat at the table here.
They're not going to win the Champions League. They're not good enough to win the Champions League, for goodness sake. I mean, it's just not going to happen. Getting in the top four, well, many will say is not going to happen. But look, if you put a run of results together and the other teams are still playing European football, and for Chelsea it'll be Europa League, and for the others it'll be Champions League to an extent where they get knocked out or go all the way to the final at Liverpool, then you've got to put some runs together and get some consistency in the Premier League, and you have a smidgen of a chance of doing that. But I don't even think there's a chance for me of winning the Champions League, no.
And it may be kind of at the bottom of the list, but I think this has been the cry of United fans, especially ever since Jose Mourinho took over, to get them back to the Fergie days, at least playing some attacking football, please.
Well, look, you're not going to just make magic overnight, but I think Sir Alex Ferguson over a long period there brought a swagger about United, and the fans turned up, and generally they were entertained, and they had a smile on their face. And I think, whilst that's not going to happen overnight, I think the atmosphere will be somewhat lifted for the next United home game, with a bit of expectation that he's going to be happy and he might be playing and he might start scoring goals, and there's a little bit of positivity about the place. Everything that was built up in the Sir Alex Ferguson area, the winning mentality and the happy camp in general, and I think that's what they're looking to achieve with Solskjaer coming in. And I think importantly Mike Phelan, who knows that club. He was there as a player, he was there as a long-time coach, he's very good at working with the players, and I think that was as important as bringing in the interim manager, getting the coach in there that Solskjaer can lean on and the players can go and talk to. So some very important time for Man United. All these things will need to click if Solskjaer's going to put a run of results together. It's not an easy one, and it's a wait and see what direction this club are going to go in. It's a full restructure. But first and foremost, let's just try and make these things happy and give the fans something to smile about.
That was a perfect close right there. So a lot of work for Solskjaer to do, a lot of damage control. But as Craig says, if he can start off with making the players happy again, that is a big start.